My cat lingers in the bathtub after my shower. I pet her for a long time. She sits by my luggage, looking at me. Waiting at Union Station, a long buffer of time between me and my train. 10 a.m. It's my train. The ceiling is delicately patterned with chevrons, chandeliers, and pine glasses. I get a double cappuccino from Starbucks. They have a tea called Youthberry. Nothing is giving me my youth back. I'm letting my gray hair grow out finally, right before I turn 40. I'm 38. The white hair is 3 inches deep on my scalp. Young women are dyeing their hair gray now. I can do this for free. I sit on the train on my laptop. I listen to the hobo behind me talk with a speed-frenzied passion about how his life fell apart. Coach, my sister bought the tickets. The sister I'm visiting, Dreda, my only sibling. I shouldn't complain. There's some sketchy motherfuckers on Coach, though. The conductor seems much more keen on enforcing the rules than Coach. The conductor says on the loudspeaker, "Do not let your children go to the bathroom alone. Remember, anyone can buy a ticket and ride the train." I feel unsafe. I'm wearing Misfits leggings, a low-cut v-neck t-shirt, cleavage, a burgundy lace cardigan. I looked at my outfit in the mirror this morning and wondered if I looked too sexy and would get raped. I was just trying to travel. Every morning when I leave the house, because I'm a woman and these things have happened, I have to wonder this. PTSD. Asking for it. There is a heavy stench of homeless on the train. I eat a small quarter square of cannabis chocolate. I put on my headphones to listen to Spotify on my iPhone. At my feet, my luggage, a big yellow and red canvas bag with a red wrap painting for Lish, my best friend. I'm visiting her on her birthday. This is her present. The homeless man on the seat behind me talks about his speed addiction and warrants for possession. My guess was correct. His pressured speech, sketchiness, meth. He's going to Alaska via Seattle. Seattle is the last stop on this train. The homeless man has cancer. He is dying. He says he's going to work his way to Alaska, then kill a bear or someone else if they don't kill him first. He calls his friend Rodney and asks to stay with him in Spokane. He asks Rodney for him to get him some work. He's dying of malnutrition. His body is eating itself from the inside out from the methamphetamine. I had a boyfriend like that once. I've been on that path. I listen. Let the dead bury the dead, the homeless man says. I'm going to ride my bike around all of Alaska and see the whole damn thing. I've been to all 50 states, but not Alaska yet. When I freeze to death, they could pry my bicycle out of my cold, dead hands. I realized he was going to Alaska to die. I'm not looking for any favors, the homeless man says on the phone. I'm looking to visit my friend. I'm coming. I'm on the train right now. I'm a good guy. I'm still the same guy I was before. I'll jump off the train at the depot and call you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carry on. Bye. From my little bubble, in the front seat, I write everything he says down on that MacBook with red stiletto nailed hands. Yes, I used to have acrylics, not anymore. I did speed for 2 desperate 6-month periods in 2004. I was sketchy, dirty, emaciated, and crazy as that guy. As he gets up to accuse each person of stealing his stuff, I realize that I should probably hide the shiny new laptop. He walks down the row of train seats. I fold my 2 hands into a triangle made of devil horns. Good old magic sign. And say a spell in my mind, amplified by the cannabis chocolate. Whisper, I desire this man not notice me, leave, and pursue his destiny elsewhere. I desire that he get off on a train at a stop and find a new adventure. As I will, so would it be. Both hands to quick devil horns functioning. I am terrified, though. The aggressive phase of speed psychosis, after the garrulous phase, is quite vicious and will not be stopped. I have been kidnapped by people like this. When it quiets down behind me, I wonder if he's fallen asleep. 4 hours of sitting, glued to my seat in terror. Before I realize that he's gone, I sit in my seat, terrified, listening, stoned out of my mind on the chocolates with my sunglasses on. I take deep breaths. I focus my energy, try to take it down a notch. I am not going to the city this time. San Francisco is a chasm of depravity with a gloss of sparkling tech money. I remember too many dark nights there. 5 years of addiction. Too many triggers. I still remember my old coke dealer's number. He's probably jailed or dead right now. At a year and 2 months sober, remember that was not 2015, I value my sobriety far too much to return to the scene of all sorts of use. It's just too intense there. I'm going to Hayward, where my sister lives in a California-style ranch house with fruit trees in the backyard. Wholesome, right? We'll smoke weed, hike, go antiquing. And I'm also, on this trip, going to Walnut Creek, where my terminally ill best friend is scrapbooking her modeling career away. I want to spend her birthday with her. Give her this collage I Mod Podged for her several months ago. One of two. She's one of my muses. Lish, the gorgeous red-headed model who I met in detox and rehab. She had been my sober buddy since the beginning of the journey. She is sober now too, living out the last years of her cancer, Behçet's, POTS, lupus, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and multiple autoimmune disorders. I mean, this woman is going to die anytime in a luxury apartment complex. She's a continent in a wheelchair. Lish is a close friend. We talk on the phone between 2 to 5 hours every few days. Endless hours leaning back on the couch with my iPhone on speakerphone on my chest. Reminiscing on her past days of glamour, her hosting LA Fashion Week, cocaine orgies, current concerns, Lana Del Rey's addiction status, what Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, and Amanda Bynes are up to these days. I don't know these people. But Lish is apparently old party buddies with Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan. She used to hang at the Chateau Marmont. She's the most glamorous friend I've ever had. As I try to prepare myself for her death, though, but I cannot. I want to spend every moment I can with her before she dies. I give her huge swaths of my time, hours on the phone with me in LA and her in Walnut Creek. In our dialogues come healing for both of us. Realizing how similar we are in some ways gives me an ego boost. Our friendship reminds me very much of That's Piston and Mary Gates' Skills Veronica. I reread the book. Tears fall. We play both roles, alternately. The model, both glittering and washed up. The office temp, both sophisticatedly eccentric and dying of HIV. I love her, though I would never be sexual with her. She is straight, and straight girls are bad in bed. I don't want to waste my time. It just makes it easier to keep my love chase. I have a boyfriend. So does she. I've crushed out on so many straight friends as a teen, little bisexual teen. It's just not worth it. She is so beautiful inside and out that I want the most to keep her protected. I do spells to heal her, spells that don't work. Many spells. Each time, maybe she feels respite from the intention, goes back to suffering. Lish suffers like a Catholic saint. Behçet's ulcers on her mouth and genitals. She will go blind by Behçet's from 30. She is turning 29 today. I'm 38. My train arrives in San Jose. My sister Dretta picks me up in front of the station with her dog. We drive to the house in Hayward, rapidly catching up on both the dissolution of both our past marriages and new prospects. We get stoned companionably. I fall asleep in her spare bedroom with her cat on my stomach, listening to Lady Gaga on my headphones. I wake to a thump and it is 8 a.m. I drink kale juice. My sister makes waffles with blueberries and syrup. We eat them outside in her expansive backyard. Avocado tree, lemon tree, apricot tree, pear tree, broccoli, kale, roses, grass. Each plant is delicately fenced and lit with a small electric lamp. Dretta works on this yard a lot. It's her hobby. Dretta is a queer scientist who makes the computer chip technology of cell phones work in a lab in Silicon Valley. Her domestic partnership recently dissolved. Her partner moved back to Portland, leaving her with a puppy, an old, loud cat, the house. We sit in the backyard in the sun until 4 o'clock, getting stoned, snacking on fresh vegetables and spinach dip. We talk about our families, aliens, money, marriage, children, our previous marriages, and future hopes. She is 32. I'm 38. We were on the same kind of mid-30s, middle-aged page. I come inside to the dim, cool tiled floor, aqua ceiling. I noticed that I have a sunburn on my breastbone with a tan line for my 2 necklaces. I laugh. I earned this. Like the gray hair I see in the bathroom mirror that's growing out longer. I'm pleased. My sister invites me to live with her if anything ever happens. Institutionalization. Homelessness. She says I can always live with her. Thank you, I say. Joanna's past domestic partner, Ames, is a tough, loyal butch. Ames and my sister were good for a while. She was my sister-in-law. They bought a house together, dreamed life together. But with all the physical fighting, it was over. Joanna didn't want to raise children with Ames. She wants babies with a man. I still feel that Ames is family, but without her. Ames likes on Facebook the picture of me that Dretta posts. I'm sitting cross-legged in her kitchen with a mug of coffee, cats in space leggings, raven skull necklace, big comfortable smile, morning sunshine. Ames has been posting pictures of her and her new girlfriend visiting San Francisco like Ames and Dretta used to do. This visit, the energy is chill and stretched out as her long California-style home. We rarely leave it for 2 days, soaking in the sun, smoking bowls, drinking coffee. Unable to mail each other Christmas presents, we celebrate Christmas in March. I put on Elvis's Blue Christmas album. That was a favorite. We exchange gifts to much delight. I cut her Birchbox homespun gift box. She loves it. She gives me a gift bag, too. A sugar skull tank top that I put on immediately with her silly Christmas hat. A silk pouch. A notebook from Korea where she went on a business trip. We sit and drink cup after cup of coffee. Talk about universal energy, science, and magic. I am content. We drive through the twilight streets to see barbacoa burritos. Greta tells me I should stop texting the married woman, so not to jeopardize the future I could have with Bobby.